let's look at the wisdom from the permaculture comments. So this is our Damien's forest, and we placed a lot of mulch. Somebody said on an old video, maybe the termites will only eat the sick and diseased plants. Now, I have personally seen plants being eaten. Healthy Lucina plant the other day in the vegetable garden. It was healthy, it was standing about a meter tall, and still it was eaten. And then the permaculture question remains, what should one do when these termites sometimes eat seemingly healthy plants? I'm busy reading the book The Soul of the White Ant. It is basically regarding termites, and I hope to learn a lot from there. But I can tell you what my theory is now. For now, we do a couple of things. We feed the termites like crazy. Over the last 2 days, we've brought in tons and tons of mulch into the garden, and we feed the termites. And that's our first step, to make sure that they have enough dead wood material, because they seem to prefer that. Second step is to make sure that your plants are healthy. Apparently, they don't like plants with a high amount of bricks content, so high amount of sugar. They tend, and basically healthy plants, they don't prefer healthy plants. They prefer dead plants. So our second step is to make sure our plants are as healthy as possible. Third thing you can do is you can plant trees that the termite seems not to like. Many flowers, many trees, things with strong smells, lavender, things like that. Mint, they seem to never eat them. Plant that around your trees. Then you can also use borax, and you can use Epsom salt on your plants to make your plants healthier. All sorts of things like that. And that was a comment by Michael or Michelle. Then Forseti said, you know, in one video I spoke about how quickly the mulch disappears. Let me show you quickly. Pan down slowly and show you the forest floor here. So this used to be filled with grass. All of the grass is gone. Now Forseti said, basically I say it disappeared, but it actually turned into minerals or nutrients or something better. Now he said they have to wait a long time for things to decompose. I have the benefit of the termites doing the job for me, eating it and turning it into nutrients. So I have to be, basically what I take from that is, I have to be more grateful for the gift that the termites are. I forgot to say in the previous clip as well, but the other things that you can do is you can add chickens and ducks to relieve the termite stress so that your young trees can get up. So you would add a termite or a duck to an area, remove the termites for the time being, just until your plants are settled, and then have them go back. And then use the termites for their natural purpose and get them to turn woody material into nutrients and fertilizer very quickly. Then Jim.com said two things. He said, remember to take before and after pictures of your river system or of your videos. That's the first thing he said, and I would have probably have done that if I expected such an incredible change. I never expected the river to look as clean as it's currently looking. Then he also said, I still see a lot of dead branches in your trees. You can see, for instance, there's two trees with loads of dead branches, and that I should maybe use them in the future. Yes, I agree. We probably would have removed them if they were just a little bit easier to get to. They were just a little bit too hard to get to. So we'll remove them in the future or wait until they drop by themselves. Then Tim and Steve spoke about drilling a borehole. And they were both so passionate enough to leave comments on YouTube, email me, WhatsApp me. And physically I had a big, nice conversation with Tim regarding a borehole. And we all decided that the first step would be to get somebody out to come and look whether there is even water on the land, and then work out exact cost for water for drilling a borehole. I suspect it would be around $4,000. It would be, for me, it would be as major an undertaking as almost as building a house. It's a huge amount of money in our terms here, and you're not guaranteed of water. Our neighbor, he drilled a well, didn't get enough water, and then built those 2 ponds, the ones that I suggested to him and the ones that he was not feeling happy about taking water off my land. He now has constant water in his borehole, but it still is a risk. So I'm not accepting coffees for that. It's a promise that I wouldn't be able to deliver. If you send me coffee and say this is for the borehole, I can't promise that will be successful. So I don't want any money from anybody for that. However, in the long term, it's definitely something that we are going to look at, and I'm going to start doing the research to see what the cost would be and how we can do it and where we will do it, and if it fails, how we will build ponds next to it to make it work. But thank you, Steve and Tim, both of you are really big supporters of mine, and I really do appreciate the comments, and I really do appreciate your support. I think in the long term this is going to be a wonderful idea. Then somebody asked me, I think it was Beshy, could we have a update on the greenhouse? Okay, so yesterday we made some cuttings of a tree called a shiny leaf Whitehead tree. And these ones over here, there's a little bit of moringas over there. We made those cuttings from new growth of the trees that we cut in the river, that we trimmed in the river. Okay. Then he asked whether any of the monkey thorns took. Yes, some of the monkey thorns did take. So I'm excited about that. We do, I think, have many more monkey thorns to plant, so we should get on that. These are all Lucinas. We planted loads out the day before yesterday. Loads into the veld. We try to have these ones grow to about between 4 and 6 weeks before we plant them out. Then, did any of the marula take? This marula was grafted quite a while ago. I'm not going to take it out to see if the roots grow, but it's still shiny and green, so I'm very sure it took. This one, you can see the old leaves fell off and the new leaves came out, so that one took. This one, old leaves fell off, new leaves came out, so that one took. And so there's quite a bit of marula trees that made it. Okay, then in the greenhouse we have things like avocado, we have some mango, we have some papaya. Now many of these things I think I'm going to plant into bigger pots that I'm going to buy with McFarlane's money that he sent me with coffee. I was just trying to figure out whether I should do bags or pots or how we can do it. The mango and the guava, etc., I'm scared it's not going to survive the winter if we plant them out now. But we also do have quite a bit of citrus here and there. And so we have these pomegranates. They do all right in the cold. I see here in the back is still more cuttings from the Whitehead tree. They look a bit sad, but the trees look a bit sad when you make cuttings and then they seem to come back. Right, so that is the state of the greenhouse as it is at the moment. No, fireworks or anything. I am very glad that the marulas took. That's going to make my life a lot better, and it gives me a lot of courage to try a lot more new cuttings from different trees as well. Okay, so before I go, thank you very much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. To sum up what we've accomplished today is basically I had one person that was here a couple of days ago. It was the only person from the group of yesterday that I could find to work again today. His name is Joseph, and so I employed him, and the two of us then went through most of the cuttings yesterday. We mulched. This morning I watched the Driekes du Plessis Strickland fight. I'm very, very happy that Driekes du Plessis won the fight. I love the Americans, don't get me wrong. I think after my own people, the rednecks in America is probably the closest to me, and then the Australians, and then the Irish, and then the Italians. So I love the Americans. That's what I get down to. I think I would have been a proper redneck. In any case, so that was my day. That's what we did on Sunday. My wife and I has got this thing that we call let's go farm, and then we walk through the farm and we watch everything. We stand and we watch the pigs, and we stand and we watch this garden, and we sat. This morning we spent probably about 2 hours in Damien's forest, just sitting and watching and listening to the birds and talking. Farming, we call it. We go and farm, and that was our day. I had a wonderful day, and I hope you had the same. I had a wonderful weekend. I hope you had the same, and I hope you have a blessed week. I will see you tomorrow.